Nutrition for the holidays. The best way to work your way through the holidays and stay vital, keep your nutrition on point, is don't wait till January 1st and say you want to do what? New Year's resolutions. There's no. Starts now.
But for the holidays, before you go and visit your grandma's house, cousin house, auntie house, whatever, right? Or they're coming to visit you and you're cooking, right? And now you have to still eat to entertain. It's, like entertainment. I would say start your nutrition in the morning, leading up. And then when it's time to eat, you'll be nice and full. So you'll be like, I'll choose this, I'll pick this, versus just pigging out, starving yourself all the way till it's time to eat, and then pigging out. So I will go with that. So the moderate, same thing, right? Moderation, all those things. So
no one ever teaches portion control. No one ever teaches acidity level. No one ever teaches empowering the food culture in the family. But that's why we're here.
That's why we're here, baby. What's the best way to stay healthy for the holidays? Welcome in, my name is Yao A. Owusu Jr., your resident vitality consultant. As always, we have Nicholas Lopez Jr., Andre the Alien Bibbins Jr., and together we are the Vitality Handbook. This is where we take a deeper dive, forget all of that. Hey, let's get into it, guys. A conversation. This is the last episode of the season 2. Check out season 1, go through everything. Take your time, you got the holidays to do so. We're working on my favorite pillar. As you can see, we have the kitchen. Splack, splack.
Oh, what's it gonna be? Hold on now. Okay, all right.
All right, we good. We're just showing y'all a little bit of love here. Lamborghini doors.
Shout out to Prima.
Shout out to Prima Kitchen. Wonderful kitchen here. So we're going to get right into it. As you guys know, you're watching our episodes through the season. It's all about conversation. Trying to stay healthy. No. You are staying healthy through the holidays, and we're going to give you the secrets, that handbook of how we're going to do that. So, fellas, I want to have a conversation to our community. We know that we give you education, we give you entertainment. Now we're going to show you our expertise of how we get into our coaching skills for our clients. I know you guys are watching out there. Nutrition for the holidays. The best way to work your way through the holidays and stay vital, keep your nutrition on point, is don't wait till January 1st and say you want to do what? New Year's resolutions. There's no. Starts now. Nutrition November. December is dedication December. Now you have to make sure you're going into January with a plan, a routine. What are you going to do? Now, you're going to eat some things for the holidays. I know I am. I'm going back home to Ghana. We're going to have that banku, tilapia, a little bit of fufu. Okay, a little bit of fufu. A little bit of fufu if you guys don't know.
Fufu.
All right, so a little Ghana cuisine. We eat mostly plants, but you have to understand how to put things together. You might have some cheat days, but you want to make sure you build out a week of a routine where you can stay on point. What do you got for us, Nick, when we're talking about nutrition? Specifically for the holidays.
I'm going to go right into the fact that everybody's going to be eating.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Let me actually say it again. I'm going to go right into the fact that everybody's going to be eating, right? So that's a fact. Everybody's going to be eating. And everybody's going to be eating a lot. So what that means is, let's talk about what improves digestion, right? So like, because you're going to be eating a lot, like, okay, we're not going to try to change the family's recipes and rituals, but, anybody can better digest their food, right?
I got it.
So that's something I was very grateful over Thanksgiving to have spoken with my family and been able to get some of my picks in there, and just you talking about it, remembering that, wow, like having vegetables in there,
right?
Like that made a difference.
Big difference.
And so, what do you think when it comes to digestion? Because a lot of people are eating, but are they digesting it? What can they do, right, to better enjoy their holidays? Because now you want to just get a food coma after you eat and be stuck on the couch. You want to still be lively, still be able to, participate in whatever family activities or discussions or
Right.
let's stay on point.
Right. I mean, I'm going to take off the wizard hat, put on the little professor hat. This means we're going to go into a little bit of science. Stick with me. Stick with me. Stick with me. Digestion, absorption, and metabolism, those three things. How do they work? If you want to digest food easier, it's your gut health, your cellular nutrition. Make sure prebiotics, probiotics, digestive enzymes, those things. I know the supplements. Stay with me. If they're needed, then you use them, okay? If they're not, that means your nutrition is on point. But vegetables, fruits, antioxidants, right? Those things, vegetables, beans, fruits, seeds, nuts, those things are going to give you great pre-digestion, making sure that you can kind of break down that food, use it as energy, and eliminate it. And a lot of these things are people, they can't eliminate their food. They have these heavy meats, heavy sauces. We're all going to, well, I might not, but you all are going to participate in those type of things, I hear, right? No one's perfect. You know what I mean? I have my little wine. I do my liquid sugars. I don't do the sweets and stuff, but liquid sugars are just as bad. Just as bad. So I know I need to up my juice plus. What is that? That is fruits and vegetables dehydrated into capsules, and then you eat them up, right? This is the next best thing to eating fruits and vegetables. So if I'm somewhere and I'm eating something where I know I can't get to those fruits and vegetables, that's what I do. That's going to help digest your food a little bit better in your tum-tum. So that's the first thing I would say is go to your antioxidants. Fruits, vegetables, beans, nuts, seeds, and some healthy, low acidic grains. And that's what I'm going to go to.
I just want to add, I just want to add that ingredients are not the same thing as a recipe. So people, when we sound like grandmas and grandpas and old people saying, eat your vegetables.
Right.
The ingredient of a vegetable is not the same as a recipe for a vegetable.
Okay.
Right. So I leave it up to the viewers, to collab with their family members to come up with a good recipe for veggies that fits in with, whatever other themes of the meals going on, because that's a very emotional event.
Correct.
Like family together eating.
Right.
So like when we say that, I just wanted to point it out before, we bring up anything else, is like ingredient does not equal recipe. A lot of people be hearing like, damn, these guys have muscles. When they're talking about vegetables, it's going to be asparagus, no salt, no seasoning.
We're not talking about getting ready to get on stage type of vegetables. We're talking about Brussels sprouts, braised over the stovetop with olive oil, a little bit of cashew, seasoning like paprika, a little bit of salt, pepper, thyme, basil. That's fantastic. That's a recipe. That's the Brussels sprouts recipe. Check out for Eat Right. I'm going to go on brand. Eat Right for your body type. Coming soon in January on PVS, PeakVitalitySolutions.com.
Hold on. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm done.
Because I want to let Dre know, like, before you move on, I want to get Dre, because Dre does not eat his vegetables. Mm-hmm. So, coming from Dre, okay, the families out there having big meals, cheap meals, okay, you got to perform the next day. Maybe you have to you have to get right back to work the next day. Whatever walk of life, you just have to be ready for the next day. Mm-hmm. We just pointed out some basic science that vegetables help digest food, absorb food, antioxidants, etc. To you specifically, right? Yeah. We all know your challenge. Let's take a quick snapshot to New York Sports Club Day. The first time you had a wheatgrass shot.
Oh yeah.
So I was getting to the new space. Took a wheatgrass shot. I brought one for Dre. Dre's like, yo, I'm open to it. I'm gonna try it, see how it works. Took the shot, spit it out.
It was disgusting. It was disgusting. Yeah.
So, what do you think? But at the same time, when we were cooking up Eat Right for your body type, you were loving the vegetables. Why? I think because they were cooked up with the proper recipe. So from your perspective, what would you say? What's a different angle on the benefit of being creative and being adding to your family table with some vegetable recipes, if you agree with that?
I can't answer that question. So I would say the only way is to bring in Yao to show them how to do it, or purchase Eat Right for your body type when it comes out. That's the only way I can or if someone knows how to make it, how Yao does it. So that's the only way I can.
If you never had that experience with Yao's vegetables, what would you like? I think now you have a vision like, oh shit, like, because I don't think since then, like, did you ever have vegetables that were recipe like that?
Nah.
Because I didn't honestly, I didn't really have it either like that. Outside of like the lime and the salt.
Yeah.
You know, but that was like an actual recipe with the.
Nah, I'll go with this angle for me, right? So number one is I'm not a big eater. You know, for the physique that I like, that I want, and how I have to move weight and certain things, my exercise program, for me, not a big eater, don't eat vegetables. I have to supplement. So I'm not just supplementing just to supplement. Like I have to, so Juice Plus, right? Definitely supplement with that. I have to take probiotics. I have to take that because I'm not going to eat those veggies, right? That's just is what it is. So that's where supplements comes in at, right? So I'll do that, or you have like a green juice or something like that. So I'll drink the vegetables, but it's hard for me to eat the vegetables. Like I said before, the only way I'm going to eat them is if Yao has that recipe once they come out, right? So that's the only way. That's the honest truth. And I think for people that don't eat vegetables or have a problem with eating vegetables, shameless plug again, eat right for your body type when they come out. But I highly suggest Juice Plus, some type of green juice, prebiotic, probiotic, those type of things. So,
yeah, I mean, I think those are perfect. He hit the nail on the head, as they would say. Be honest with yourself. Nutrition is all about being honest. If you say that you're trying to lose weight or put on muscle, you want to maintain for the holidays, but you're not putting forth the effort to actually doing so through your nutrition, then you have to supplement, right? There really isn't another way. And if there is another way, please comment,
please
share this,
please
let us know what you think is the right way to go. But as we know, like I said in the beginning, our expertise has showed us that fruits and vegetables are key for digestion, absorption, and your metabolism, right? We won't go into any more science than that, but you need that for a fully functional human being. And if you don't have that, there's a slew of things that will happen, right? You can have autoimmune issues, right? Diabetes. You can have IBS, Crohn's. So a lot of these things are autoimmune issues, a lot of digestion issues you do not want, and they could be avoided. A lot of these chronic nutritional deficient things can be avoided just by having prebiotics, which is fruits, vegetables, seeds, nuts, grains, beans, or probiotics, which is going to be good bacteria into your gut. And then also, if you know that you have a delinquent gut and you need to get it back to homeostasis, digestive enzymes, there's all types of natural foods that will do that, and the most efficient supplementation. So hit us up. If you have any questions on that, please hit us up at our website, peakvitalitysolutions.com. Let us know, and also hit us down in the comment. We want to hear from our community. Okay, so we know we need antioxidants, plant food, right? Phytochemicals, micronutrition. You heard all that science stuff. I said I wasn't going to do any more science stuff. I'll take off the professor hat, put back on the wizard hat. You guys want to stay in shape for the holidays. To do so, it's going to take discipline and a routine. Strategic placement of what you're going to have as a recipe in the already made recipes that you guys do for your family. If you know you got yams, potatoes, hams, and sweets, if you know you're eating those things, cue the music, you need to make sure that you have supplementation in there. Sunday is going to be a big eating day. Monday is going to be a big refeeding day again. That means Saturday and Tuesday, you need to make sure that you're alkalining your body to make sure you can move stuff through your body. And a lot of those issues happen is because everything gets stuck in the gut and you can't move and digest and absorb and excrete, if you guys know what I mean, those type of things. So supplementation, I know you said about that. Is this something that you guys feel like is necessary in the winter time during the holidays when people are refeeding and feeding a lot? Do you think that's something?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Supplement, yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Of course, 100%. It's necessary. It's Necessary.
Okay, he said it's necessary.
It's
I agree. We need a supplement. And if we don't have that, a lot of bad things will start happening. Necessary?
Yeah, vitamin D for sure. But outside of that, I would look at everything else that's changing in your environment, and then look for appropriateness with supplementation.
I like that.
What would you suggest to your clients that want to stay healthy during the holidays, that want to stay on track, even though they can feed themselves? But what would you suggest to them to stay healthy on the holidays so they don't get I don't want to say overweight because you can't gain.
Right.
We'll go into that later. But yeah, go ahead. You'll get what I'm saying, right?
Right.
What would you suggest?
Off the top, without doing a deeper thought, it would be, I would give them an option straight up, do you want to go into this? Because you told me you want to stay on track. Yeah. Do you want to go into this controlling portions, or do you want to go into this controlling things that could damage your gut health? And I'll show them a list of sugar, right? Things that they're intolerant to, because they'll tell you I can't have dairy. So which route do you want to go? Do you want to go with controlling portions, or do you want to go with eliminating certain things that you can't have? I'll probably give them that choice and see which one they would choose. Which one would you choose?
Yeah, I would take a very basic approach. Both great question, great response. But the basic approach is don't do bad stuff for multiple days in a row. You eat bad on Sunday, you veered off on Monday, Tuesday, stop it.
There you go.
Go back to the routine that your coach gave you, or your nutritionist gave you, or you came to our site and you learned the information, right? Monday, you ate bad. Tuesday, veered off. Wednesday, stop it. Go back. Then come that next weekend. Sunday, eat bad. Monday, veer off. Tuesday, stop it. Then cycle through. If you do that, you give your body a chance to digest, metabolize, and absorb the nutrients you need, flush out the toxins, and get right back to it. So
what if I took leftovers?
Again, Monday, you ate bad. Tuesday, you had a little bit of leftovers. Wednesday, stop it. Back to your routine.
The leftovers going to go bad. I don't want to throw out my grandma's famous tamales.
Yeah, so it goes back to what the question was. If you wanted to stay healthy for the holidays. Now, if you don't want to stay healthy for the holidays, you want to catch every flu, or hey, maybe you do. I do not. I do not.
So you're making me choose between my grandma's famous recipe and my goals?
Why? Yes. I would say that's exactly what we're trying to do. So I will always say, listen, you have to be very careful of what you say and what you do, because you can will these things into existence. If you say, you know what, I want to eat what I want to eat, it's the holidays. Fantastic, you can do that. But then you're going to look like how you look, right? What do I always say? What you eat in private is what you wear in public. You can lie to me, you can lie to your husband, you can lie to your wife, you can lie to your kids, but you can't lie to yourself, okay?
And your coach.
You can lie to your coach, but we're going to see it.
We're going to see it.
We're going to see it, because here at PVS and Athletic Artillery, we measure. We measure. So remember, goals have to be what? Measurable. They have to be specific. There needs to be a timeline.
Realistic.
And they have to be realistic.
Attainable.
If you're not going to be realistic,
hey, let's go, y'all.
Then you're going to be ballistic. You're going to run yourself mad into the ground, and you're going to look so plump and round. Listen,
that was fine.
Without actually going into the feelings of what the holidays bring, family brings, happiness brings, the true happiness is living your best vital life. Period. Mindset, sleep, nutrition, obviously, physical recovery and exercise is the way we promote. And we have to understand, if you want to be healthy for the holidays, whatever that means to you, we say vital, but whatever that means to you, you need to make sure you have a routine you can kind of stick to, make it realistic, and make sure you stick to a plan. Stick to a plan.
Mm-hmm.
So, my fellas, I need you to hit them with
Hold on. Let me. Can I answer the question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Y'all was
my bad. Excuse me.
That was perfect. Perfect answers. You know, I would say the same exact thing, but for the holidays, before you go and visit your grandma house, cousin house, auntie house, whatever, right? Or they're coming to visit you and you're cooking, right? And now you have to still eat to entertain. Like entertainment.
For sure.
I would say start your nutrition in the morning, leading up, and then when it's time to eat, you'll be nice and full. So you'll be like, I'll choose this, I'll pick this, versus just pigging out, starving yourself all the way till it's time to eat, and then pigging out. So I will go with that. So the moderate, same thing, right? Moderation, all those things. So
I mean, I love that. That's perfect. I mean, that almost sounds like the 3 daily stages of your nutrition, which you'll see in our book, Eat Right for Your Body Type. Alkaline your body in the morning. Make sure you have great energy and nutrients in the afternoon. And then when you get to nighttime, if you're playing around a little bit, you've kind of worked yourself through the alkalinity before you go to sleep, cut out those high acidic things. If you are going to mess up during the holidays, do it in the mid to later afternoon. That's when your body can absorb, metabolize, and digest the most amount of calories. In the morning it cannot, and at night it cannot. So go with exactly what Dre said. Go through those stages of nutrition. Make sure that you're doing what you need to do in the morning time so you can have a good buffer in your stomach of good stuff. And then when you add some of that bad stuff, which you know you will, which is fine, you want to make sure that you have some safety net and insurance. And that insurance is gut health. I think that's the biggest takeaway for me. When we say gut health, make sure that your immune system is healthy. If you don't know what that is, watch our other videos in season 1. We go into some detail, or wait for the book, Eat Right for Your Body Type. But you need to make sure that the gut is healthy. This is where your emotions are, right? When you get happy and sad, you get the bubble guts or butterflies. That's where your emotions are. So you need to make sure that to kind of control your emotions throughout the holiday, nutrition is a good way to do that.
That was a great point. But I feel like I want to get deeper into the human psyche.
Okay.
That would have been a great point to finish. But you know, we always take it a step further with personalization, behavioral science, et cetera. So I just wanted to cover 2 points. First one is, Dre said a great thing. He's like, during the holidays, and we can even put this in as a clip in the beginning, but Dre said a great thing. He even said people view food as entertainment during the holidays. And so and then based on that model, he's like, okay, just make sure you are in your goal mode, my own goals mode, up into leading for that dinner. Right? Okay. So that was interesting. That'll be maybe another nutrition episode to get into that. But I wanted to just hear your thoughts on, for everybody, whether coach or for anybody, everybody's human, right?
Right.
You know, because it's in the light of entertainment, is there really any good or bad food? In the light of your goals, is there any? We know in the light of goals, there is good or bad food. It's not really good or bad, like it's really appropriate or inappropriate based on your goals. But when it comes in light, that's in light of your goals. You have appropriate and inappropriate. In light of entertainment, now that Dre's brought that up, is there good and bad in light of entertainment? Because people watching this, they're getting ready to be technically entertained or be the entertainer. So to the number 1 entertainer, Yao Ailson Jr.
What
is there good and bad?
Great question. I look at it like this. I don't look at things with good or bad. It's all about intentions. If your intentions is to do it with love, this is grandma's pie. You know she's going to be insulted if you have it. I'm going to have a piece of it. 901, number 1 chef out there, okay? I know I'm going to eat some of that stuff, but I do it with love, right? I'm not going to do it with fear. Oh, I'm fearful of it. I know that might mess me up a little bit, but I have an insurance policy. I'm taking my supplements, Juice Plus, right? Taking my omegas to make sure I have my good fats. So I have the confidence that I might have this food that people deem as bad, but if I do it with love, I'm going to pick a little bit, taste a little bit, pick a little bit, but not a fear of like, oh, I can't have it. That's going to give you more stress, and stress is going to mess with your digestion. So I would say don't even look at food as good or bad. Look at it was this made with love, and I'm going to accept it with love? Then go back to your routine. Don't look at it as fear. I'm going to fear for this. This makes me big. This makes me not feel good and makes me feel sluggish. That's how I would kind of twist the words a little bit. Look at it with love and fear. And that's really what you want to move through the world. Are you afraid of this and it's going to mess up? Then don't do it. If you look at it and you're afraid, just don't do it. Stick to what you do. If you look at it and you say, okay, this was made with love. I understand this. I can have a little bit, and then I'm going to go back to my routine. I'll say that'll be my approach.
I have something too. Yeah.
Okay, no. So what he said was, I'm just going off of. So what he said, his supplements, the fats, the fish oil, the omegas, however you want to say that, the Juice Plus, your prebiotic, probiotics, all that stuff. He said that he took that. That's his insurance to do what? And he's not going to eat the entire pie. Yes, absolutely, let me get a piece of that now. But he knows the insurance is, I'm going to metabolize that because his gut is healthy. He took those supplements to metabolize that, to push that through, so it's just not sitting there for days and days, right? So you didn't actually gain 10 pounds overnight, okay? It's just a bunch of shit sitting in your stomach.
1,000%.
That's all it is.
1,000%.
I'm gonna take it one layer deeper. And then
They battling again.
I'm gonna stop.
Battling again.
No, it's actually to you. It's actually for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's actually for you. I'm bringing you to, I'm gonna take it one layer deeper and say, and it's a question to you as men. How do you? I just felt y'all trying to read my mind real quick. But as men, how do you, based on what you said, how do you then deal with the pressure, or do you deal with the pressure of being the leader of wellness within your family?
Okay.
And
I thought that's what you were going to say.
And my approach, what I've learned over time, is that's why you got to invest the time out before the holidays come to start talking and learning the recipes and investing the time to actually try to change the bleed oil to the things that are more compatible, because you have 10 different types of oil. You don't have to go with the one. So how do you guys identify opportunities, or how do you feel about being how do you feel about being leaders in influencing decisions on what goes on your family's table, in a sense?
That's very hard, right? That's another job. Let's just say that's a job, right? It's a third job, fourth job, second job, whatever it is.
Right. Yep.
And I think that it has to be individualized. You're gonna have to take your time out to each person.
Sure.
It's either you're gonna, I don't want to say waste time, but you're gonna stress yourself out putting so much energy into someone who says they want it, but they really don't want it. So you have to kind of look at the family members that's coming to you for help. Hey, what should I eat here? What should I eat there? You could go in and you say, hey, y'all, but that's going to be their choice. Some people are going to be like, what I'm going to eat? I'm already this age. You ain't going to tell me what the, right? And then sometimes they'll go to the doctor and the doctor will say the same. That's what, perfect. You'll be preaching the same exact thing, right? They'll go to the doctor, but they won't listen to you. They'll listen to the doctor or someone else that says the same exact thing you're saying on TV, and they'll digest that information because it's coming from, I don't know, another person.
That was a great point. I want to reframe my question because how Dre answered is basically it's the same question. So your answer still applies, but it's basically as men and as leaders, or as men who are very invested in themselves with wellness and vitality, how do you feel about the culture of food within your families and your responsibility to try to enhance that culture? Because when you were answering that question about, I know that feeling of like, okay, this is grandma's pie, but is it just me that feels that pressure to want to try to enhance and uplift? Because that's like uplifting the culture in a sense. If you can make we can get into the statistics of let's just say African Americans and diabetes rates. I don't want to. We can take that out if we need to. But
this is a fact. This is a fact.
But I'm saying like, okay, because we're in that position as men and leaders when it comes to, we've invested heavily into wellness. How do we uplift the culture of food in these moments?
I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'm
It was
with you,
the
I
same
just wanted
question,
to get
but-
this
Go
out. Just
ahead.
one.
I got
And I-
everything.
and I know
got
y'all- I know
everything.
y'all-
I got
he's gonna
everything.
crush
Don't
it.
worry. Don't worry. I
He
got
know
everything.
me. He know me. I need to go because
Yes.
I'll forget.
Go ahead.
You have to attack the youth. You have to attack the babies first. You have to attack them first with that. That's the next generation. I'll leave it there. But
Attacking the youth, 1,000%. That's the next generation. Looking at the cultures that you're in to enhance that, like Nick said, right? We all have different backgrounds, where we're from, and where we're from. Genetics play a role. So I'll address that first by, we have the wealth gap, but we also have the health gap. And generational health starts with you. If you know you had a bad track record or an inappropriate track record of diabetes and high blood pressure in your family, like most African Americans and Africans and everyone through the world at this point, buy our food from generations and generations, I'll start with answering the first question with the family. How do you do that? Well, I sat down with each one of my family members, and I take that role very, very serious. So I started with my sister. Shout out to Efia Wahima Owusu.
shout out.
Okay. I started with her, introducing vegetables to the kids. I went grocery shopping with her, and I went all out. I went grocery shopping, and I took everything out, and I put everything in. Then the next Christmas came around, they were interested. Well, how did you make that salmon? How did you make that? To now, my sister said, how do you make that Brussels sprouts recipe, Yao? I was too busy. My bad, Alpha, my older sister. She went ahead and did anyway from what she remembered and did a fantastic job. So that's the answer to that. The second thing, when we're talking about culture, I'm West African. I'm from Ghana. I understand that culture. There's a lot of oils and palm oils and these deep things that are very tasty, but clog us up. Switching up from olive oil to palm oil, and we'll know both of my moms are beautiful chefs and bakers. It's not taking away, it's actually adding to it. So it's not as heavy as greasy. So I would say go to the chefs of the house, whoever's cooking, attack them. I won't even say attack them. With love, address them and educate them and uplift them. This is a great recipe. Now we can add in some good stuff. And how can we challenge them? Because if they're chefs, grandma's recipe, they'd be like, well, how can we make this a little bit more palatable, but also healthy as well? So that would be the cultural thing. And then for the youth, if we want to catch up on that actual generational health, we do have to uplift the youth first. They're going to actually tap into things deeper than we have, and they're going to amplify that message, because as parents, I'm a parent now, we feel like we're not in control, and the kids are in control sometimes, but we're really in control. But if we if we love them first and kind of educate them first, they're going to say, well, what about those vegetables? Or what about those fruits? And I thought you said that was healthy, but they're going to call you out. Oh, I thought you said you weren't going to be doing dairy, but isn't cheese dairy too? Isn't that dairy too? So those are the things you want to start educating, and then your family members will call each other out. They'll hold each other accountable, and I would say that is the way to kind of attack from a love, from a further lens. You want to do that before the holidays happen. Now, we're already in the holidays, and if you haven't put in that sweat equity,
boy.
If you haven't put in that sweat equity, this is what you do. You have a conversation with each individual person in your family. Don't tell them what they're doing wrong. Don't tell them to extract. We do subtraction by addition. Give them one simple thing, and the most simple thing here is wake up in the morning, drink water with lemon, turmeric, whatever anti-inflammatory thing that you can do. That's it. I'm not going to say go into smoothies. Drink water and add any anti-inflammatory herbs or spices. Turmeric, ginger, lemon. That's it.
Yep. Perfect.
Interesting. This is a great question in the community. I'm motivated by two things. Number one, y'all mentioned the youth. Okay. This kitchen you see right here is for the youth, but you'll see more of that over time. Ooh. The second thing is we want the community to chime in. Yao said that one thing would be, we want the community to chime in. Yao said addition by subtraction, or subtraction by addition.
Yeah. Try and subtract things by adding in good things. So instead of taking, say, you can't have that, you're going to be met with a lot of bit of resistance.
And the first thing he said was lemon water. So I want to ask the community. Well, he didn't just say lemon water. He went into whole list. Okay, make sure you listen to it, because that's what I did, and that's what I recommend, and that actually worked really well. Okay, it actually makes me very emotionally charged positively when I see my family members have their lemon water and their turmeric water. That fills me up with love. Okay, and I can be more creative, more powerful, etc. So to the community, what's that one thing you would add? I'm gonna ask Dre, but I'm gonna ask you guys, what's that one thing you would add to your family or to your circle of friends that are family?
As far as what? As far as
like Yao said, right?
One thing you would add that's healthy for them.
Because it's
okay.
right now, if you haven't realized, like right now it's the holidays.
Yeah.
Sorry, not that you haven't realized, but basically,
Yeah.
if they haven't put in that sweat equity to have those convos one-on-one, we in the holidays already. It's about to drop deep into the holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
What's that one thing you would try to add to your family, having that responsibility as a leader of the family, or as a leader of wellness in the family, or someone who is invested into seeing that health gap of food culture in your family be elevated, uplifted? What's that one thing you would add? That's a very simple thing. Yao's thing was
Moderation.
Damn, that's not simple though. That's portion. Well, sorry.
Portion control.
My bad.
Moderation.
Well, I think that's pretty.
I'm not gonna say.
No.
I think that's simple.
Moderation. Let's start. You know what? Everyone purchase a scale. Let's start weighing our food.
Damn, that's hard, bro. I'm gonna challenge you on that.
I thought you were gonna go portion as far as don't have this much on your plate. Don't have this much.
No, I'm saying you can either or whoever. I'm giving them options.
Okay.
You go portion control, and if you really want to take it to that level of the portion control, let's weigh our food, because you really don't know how to eye your food. You're saying you know how to eye your food. You don't know how to eye your food.
And to add that, my bad. I didn't mean to
Go ahead. No.
disrupt that, but I just want to add to that. Was like
Portion control.
I wanted to add to the fact that a lot of people, no one ever teaches portion control. No one ever teaches acidity level.
No.
No one ever teaches empowering the food culture in the family.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why we're here.
That's why we're here, baby.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's why we're here. So I mean, I love this.
Yeah.
Portion control, for sure. Moderation, portion control, however you want to splice it.
Yep.
Weighing, or just you being the professional, being the expert. He can eyeball. So now I'm going to eyeball everybody's plate, right? Mm-hmm. That's too much yams. That's too much bread. That's too much of this. Cut it down a little bit. Just take that off. Yep. Boom. That can be simple. Okay. Adding that water in, that can be simple. So Nick, you're going to end it off with us. What is that thing that you would add in to help?
This is something I actually did for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Shout out to my fam. Okay.
Shout
Nicole,
out,
Victoria.
Shout out.
Monique. Okay, I love you all. Real quick, the only thing I added was like, hey, I want to expand what type of ingredients we use.
Okay.
That's all I said. So literally looking, that example I used earlier, ingredients are not recipes. I said, I don't want to touch the recipes.
Right.
You guys worked hard on those recipes.
Right.
Nice.
Let's just have a respectful and educated, non-judgment conversation, which my sister helped me elaborate on the quality ingredients that are used.
Okay.
So my one thing would be quality ingredients.
Okay.
I like that.
I like that. Awesome. So we've given you guys a lot of things to chew on. We did this because this is our final episode of season 2. Join us for our brand new, fresh season coming up next year. We're going to have a lot of things for you guys to look into, to subscribe to, and to join us in our community here in New York City. As always, guys, Yao A. Wusu Jr., Nicholas Lopez Jr., Andre Bibbins Jr., we are the Vitality Handbook. Please subscribe. Click that notification bell. Comment below. Like, share. And as always, be better than you were yesterday. And let's get into it.
Before we end it off, what's the gym? Real quick, gym. We got 5 minutes.
The gym?
GEM. Nutrition for the holidays.
Okay, empower your family by closing that health gap. For anybody out there, close that gap.
There we go.
Close that gap.
That was very emotional. Okay?
You know, but I'm saying though, we always think about that health gap. We want to think about that wealth gap. We think about the health gap.
Yao, what's your gym, Yao?
Oh yeah, you are given the choice, the responsibility to be better than you were yesterday. That's it. Please choose wisely.
Hold on, time out.
Please choose wisely.
Choose wisely, because I support my brother Yao and I support my brother Dre, but
perfect.
I let my guard down because I forgot that Dre was waiting for that counter punch to come with the craziest gym ever. I actually let my guard down. So go ahead.
No, I don't have no crazy thing. I was just.
What's your gym? What's your gym?
Today I was the Yao today. Yao was me. Yao was going everywhere today. Nick was Nick.
What's your gem, Dre? Stop trying to.
What's my gym? It's gonna pertain to like to the pillar. So I would say you can't out exercise bad nutrition.
Facts.
Okay, you can't out exercise bad nutrition.
Facts.
Simple as that.
Damn.
Facts. So guys, let's actually get into it.
Let's get into it. See y'all next year.
Next year, baby.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Yes, sir.